What if I told you that 5 tiny habits could completely transform your life in 2025? Sounds too simple, right? But here's the thing. Seniors everywhere are already seeing incredible changes by making just a few small adjustments. These habits don't take much time, but the impact is huge. Imagine waking up feeling energized, eating mindfully, and connecting with others in a way that sparks joy. Stick around, because the last habit is one that could be the game changer you've been looking for. It's something most seniors overlook, but it makes all the difference. Let's dive in. Meet Linda, 67 years old, who recently retired after 40 rewarding years as a teacher. While most people her age might consider slowing down, Linda's doing the opposite. She's decided to make 2025 her best year yet. She's learning new things, staying active, and most importantly, she's embracing a few small habits that are already making a big difference in her life. Linda has always been the kind of person who gives her all to everything she does. After retirement, she found herself craving more energy, a deeper sense of purpose, and ways to stay connected. That's when she decided to take action and start with tiny, simple changes that didn't overwhelm her, but instead empowered her. From incorporating daily movement to building new relationships, these habits are helping her thrive in ways she never expected. If you're a senior looking to make 2025 your year of transformation, Linda's story might just inspire you. These 5 tiny habits aren't just for Linda. They're for anyone who's ready to level up their life. And the best part, they're easy to start and can be tailored to fit any lifestyle. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video if you're excited to level up your own life, and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on more practical advice to help you live your best life after 60. Linda starts every single morning with just 10 minutes of stretching or light yoga. It's simple, it's easy, and it's something she can do right in her living room. No fancy equipment needed. All she needs is a mat and a few minutes of her time to get her body moving and her mind centered for the day ahead. This habit might seem small, but trust me, it's making a huge difference in her life. Linda used to wake up feeling stiff and tired, especially after a long night's sleep. But now, those 10 minutes of movement are like a personal wake-up call for her body. They help improve her flexibility, increase circulation, and give her the energy she needs to start her day with a positive mindset. The best part, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to run a marathon or follow a rigorous workout plan. Simple stretches and basic yoga poses can work wonders, and anyone can do them, no matter their fitness level. Take, for example, the classic cat-cow stretch. Linda loves this one because it helps open up her back and neck, especially after a night of sleep. Or the seated forward bend, which gently stretches her hamstrings and calms her mind. These gentle movements allow her to ease into the day without feeling rushed or strained. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about listening to your body and giving it what it needs to feel good. And here's something powerful. These 10 minutes also help Linda's mood. Studies show that even light physical activity can release endorphins, those feel-good hormones that help reduce stress and lift your spirits. So when Linda finishes her morning stretch, she feels calmer, more focused, and ready to tackle whatever the day brings. It's not just her body that's benefiting, it's her mind too. The impact of movement isn't limited to physical health. It also plays a huge role in emotional well-being, which is especially important as we age. Now let's be clear, this isn't about becoming a yoga expert or an athlete. It's about making the commitment to move and give your body the care it deserves. You don't need to spend hours or break a sweat. Just taking 10 minutes to stretch or do a gentle yoga flow can do wonders. In fact, Linda has found that starting her day with movement has helped her sleep better at night, as her body feels more relaxed and balanced throughout the day. So if you're thinking, I don't have time for that, or I'm not flexible enough for yoga, think again. The beauty of these simple stretches is that they can be adapted to any level. Start with what feels comfortable for you, and over time, you'll notice how much easier it gets. And trust me, you'll feel the benefits almost immediately. More energy, more focus, and a better outlook on life. Have you experienced the benefits of morning movement? Maybe you have your own routine, or you've been thinking about starting one. Share what you do to start your day right in the comments below. And if you're inspired by Linda's story, Maybe it's time to add this tiny habit to your mornings too. One of the most powerful tiny habits Linda has incorporated into her life is mindful eating. Instead of rushing through her meals, she's started taking her time, savoring each bite, and truly paying attention to what her body is telling her. This simple change has made a huge impact on her physical and emotional well-being, and it's something anyone can do. Linda remembers a time not long ago when she would eat lunch at her desk, mindlessly stuffing her face while answering emails or making phone calls. She barely noticed the taste of her food, and often by the time she was finished, she felt bloated or sluggish. Now she's making a conscious effort to slow down, chew her food thoroughly, and really enjoy the flavors of each bite. This might sound like a small thing, but it's a habit that has completely transformed her relationship with food. Mindful eating isn't just about enjoying your meals. It's about connecting with your body and being more in tune with your hunger and fullness cues. As we get older, we can sometimes forget to listen to our body's signals, especially when life gets busy. But by focusing on the experience of eating, we're able to notice when we're actually full rather than just eating because it's there or out of habit. For seniors, the health benefits of mindful eating are huge. First, it improves digestion. When you take your time to chew your food properly, you're allowing your digestive system to work more efficiently, which can reduce bloating, heartburn, and other digestive discomforts. Linda found that by slowing down, she no longer felt as heavy or uncomfortable after meals. She also noticed that her energy levels were more stable throughout the day, since she wasn't overloading her body with too much food at once. But the benefits don't stop there. Mindful eating also has a huge impact on emotional well-being. For seniors, eating can often become a routine activity that's done without much thought. But taking the time to appreciate food and be present during mealtime can help lift your mood and reduce feelings of stress or anxiety. Linda now feels a sense of gratitude for each meal, rather than viewing it as just another task to check off her list. This shift in mindset has made her feel more centered and connected to her body. Linda also started to eat with intention, rather than simply out of habit or boredom. For example, when she sits down to dinner now, she focuses on how the food makes her feel, whether it's the warmth of the meal or the comforting taste of her favorite dish. She also takes time to reflect on where the food came from and what it took to prepare it. It might seem like a small change, but this simple habit has brought more joy and fulfillment to her meals. It's not just about eating slower, it's about listening to your body. This means recognizing when you're truly hungry and when you've had enough. Linda used to eat until her plate was clean, often without thinking about how full she really was. Now she stops when she feels satisfied rather than stuffed. It's a habit that's not only helping her maintain a healthy weight, but also fostering a deeper sense of respect for her body. The beauty of mindful eating is that it's accessible to everyone, no matter how busy life gets or what your eating habits have been in the past. You don't need a special diet or a lot of time to make it work. Simply slowing down, chewing your food fully, and paying attention to how your body feels can transform the way you experience food. Have you noticed how much better you feel when you slow down at mealtime? Maybe you've tried mindful eating before, or perhaps it's something you're considering adding to your daily routine. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear how this habit has impacted your life. If you haven't tried it yet, maybe it's time to start savoring your meals and see the benefits for yourself. Another tiny habit that's making a huge impact on Linda's life is her daily gratitude practice. Every night before bed, she writes down 3 things she's grateful for that day. It's a simple habit, but it's had a profound effect on her overall happiness and outlook on life. For many seniors, especially those who might face health challenges or the ups and downs of aging, it can be easy to focus on what's not going well. But Linda has found that taking just a few minutes to reflect on the positives, no matter how small, helps shift her mindset. Instead of getting stuck in the negative or feeling overwhelmed by what she didn't accomplish, she turns her attention to the things that went right. Linda remembers a day when everything seemed to go wrong. Appointments were cancelled, her to-do list kept growing, and she didn't feel as energetic as usual. In the past, days like this would have left her feeling frustrated or defeated. But instead, Linda sat down with her journal and wrote down 3 things she was grateful for. It wasn't about big, life-changing events. It was the simple things. The warm cup of tea she had in the morning, the call she received from her sister, and the quiet walk she took in the afternoon. The next morning, Linda felt lighter. The day's challenges didn't seem as heavy because she had consciously shifted her focus to the positive aspects of her life. That tiny act of gratitude helped her feel grounded, more hopeful, and even more connected to the people and things she cares about. Studies show that practicing gratitude has powerful health benefits, particularly for seniors. It can reduce stress, improve sleep quality, and even boost immune function. When you focus on the good, your brain starts to wire itself differently, leading to greater resilience in the face of adversity. Linda noticed that her anxiety levels decreased, and she began to approach each day with a more positive and hopeful attitude. It's easy to get caught up in the challenges that come with aging, but gratitude provides a powerful reminder that there is always something worth appreciating. For Linda, writing down her 3 things has become a part of her nighttime routine, a way to wind down and reflect on the day with a sense of peace. She's found that the more she practiced gratitude, the more she noticed things to be grateful for, even on tough days. Gratitude isn't just about writing things down. It's about recognizing the goodness in your life, even in the smallest moments. And for seniors, this practice is especially valuable. It helps keep the focus on what's still possible, rather than what's been lost. Gratitude gives you a lens to see life through a positive, hopeful perspective, no matter your age or circumstances. If you're new to gratitude or have been thinking about starting, Linda's Simple Habit is a great place to begin. You don't need a fancy journal or elaborate routine. Just take a moment each day to pause and reflect on what you're grateful for. Whether it's a supportive friend, a sunny day, or even just a good cup of coffee, the act of recognizing these blessings can shift your mood and change the way you approach life. Do you have a gratitude practice? What's one thing you're grateful for today? Share with us in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to start their own gratitude journey. And if you haven't tried writing down your gratitude yet, maybe tonight is the perfect time to start. One tiny habit that's made a world of difference for Linda is her new routine of a digital detox before bed. For the past few months, she's committed to unplugging from all screens. No phones, no computers, no TV, for at least an hour before she goes to sleep. Instead of getting lost in the glow of her devices, she's embraced peaceful activities like reading, knitting, or simply reflecting on her day. This small change has had a big impact on her sleep quality, and it's a habit that's incredibly beneficial for seniors. Many older adults, especially those navigating the challenges of aging, struggle with sleep. Whether it's due to stress, health concerns, or simply the natural changes in sleep patterns that come with age, getting enough rest is crucial. The blue light emitted by screens, especially in the evening, interferes with the body's natural production of melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate sleep. For Linda, stepping away from screens allowed her to wind down more effectively and fall into a deeper, more restful sleep. Linda used to spend hours in the evening scrolling through social media or watching TV before bed, thinking it would help her unwind. But she found that it actually had the opposite effect. The constant flow of information, the bright lights, and the tempting distractions kept her mind active long after she'd turned off the screen. She'd lay awake, feeling restless, knowing she should be getting some rest but unable to settle down. But now, Linda's nighttime routine looks a lot different. An hour before bed, she turns off all devices and dedicates that time to activities that help her truly relax. One of her favorite new habits is curling up with a good book. Linda discovered a renewed love for reading, something she hadn't made time for in years. The act of holding a book, turning the pages and immersing herself in a story has become a soothing ritual. She also enjoys knitting, a hobby she picked up as a way to keep her hands busy while relaxing. These simple activities have helped her unwind and prepare her mind and body for restful sleep. The benefits of a digital detox aren't just limited to better sleep. Disconnecting from technology before bed also gives Linda time to reflect on her day, process her thoughts, and set an intention for tomorrow. This quiet time has brought a sense of calm and mindfulness to her evenings. Instead of rushing through her night and diving straight into bed, she now has a peaceful ritual that allows her to slow down, and be present in the moment. For seniors, the importance of sleep cannot be overstated. A good night's sleep is essential for maintaining mental clarity, emotional well-being, and physical health. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to a host of problems, from increased stress and anxiety to weakened immune function. That's why it's so important to establish habits that promote quality sleep, like reducing screen time before bed. Linda's digital detox also helps her avoid the temptation to check her phone or get caught up in late-night notifications. The constant bombardment of information, particularly from social media, can leave you feeling mentally exhausted and overstimulated. By creating boundaries with technology, Linda is able to enjoy a much-needed break and focus on the present moment. It's a habit that has not only improved her sleep, but has also boosted her overall sense of peace and contentment. If you've ever struggled with getting enough sleep, a digital detox might be just what you need to reset your nighttime routine. Start with an hour before bed, turn off all screens and give yourself the gift of quiet time. Whether it's reading a book, journaling, knitting, or simply reflecting on your day, the absence of screens will allow your mind to calm down and prepare for rest. Have you tried a digital detox? How do you unwind at night? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what helps you relax and set the tone for a restful night. If you haven't given it a try yet, maybe tonight is the perfect time to unplug and see the difference it can make in your sleep and well-being. One of the most powerful habits Linda has embraced in 2025 is prioritizing social connection. For years, Linda was a bit of a homebody. She enjoyed the quiet, her routines, and the comfort of being alone. But as she entered this new chapter of life, she realized that social connection was more important than ever. Whether it's calling an old friend, attending a community event, or simply having a chat with a neighbor, Linda is making time to connect with others. She's discovered that it's these moments of interaction that truly enrich her life. It's easy to become isolated as we get older, especially when mobility becomes more challenging or when friends and family live farther away. But staying socially engaged is vital for our well-being, particularly as we age. Studies show that maintaining strong social connections can help improve mental health, reduce stress, and even boost longevity. Having a support network can make all the difference, providing emotional support, reducing feelings of loneliness, and keeping our minds sharp. For Linda, this tiny habit has been life-changing. She used to be content with staying at home, but now she's signed up for a weekly coffee meetup with other retirees in her neighborhood. The group gathers every Friday morning at a local cafe to chat, share stories, and enjoy each other's company. What started as a simple gathering of new acquaintances has turned into a highlight of Linda's week. She looks forward to these social interactions where she can laugh, learn from others, and share her own experiences. Linda also started reconnecting with old friends, reaching out through phone calls or video chats to catch up on life. These conversations are often filled with nostalgia, as Linda and her friends reminisce about the past, but they also focus on the present and future, what's going on in each other's lives now, and what they still want to experience. The emotional benefits of these social connections are undeniable. By making time to socialize, Linda has noticed a boost in her mood and a greater sense of purpose. She's no longer just going through the motions of each day. She's looking forward to the interactions and relationships that bring joy to her life. And it's not just about talking or socializing for the sake of it. It's the sense of belonging and community that has made the biggest difference for Linda. It's about knowing that there are people in her life who care, who share her interests, and who are there for her when she needs them. The research backs up what Linda is experiencing. Social connections are associated with a lower risk of depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline. Engaging in regular social activities helps to keep the brain active and improves emotional well-being. And beyond the health benefits, it's the simple act of connecting with others that brings a sense of joy and fulfillment. If you're someone who has struggled with isolation or loneliness, Linda's story is a great reminder that it's never too late to start connecting. Whether it's signing up for a local class, joining a community group, or simply calling an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while, these small steps can lead to big improvements in your overall happiness and health. And you don't have to do it alone. There's always someone out there looking for connection too. Socializing doesn't have to mean big gatherings or crowded events. It can be as simple as having a chat with a neighbor or joining a small group of like-minded people. The key is to make social connection a priority, even if it's just a little bit each day. How do you stay connected with loved ones? Drop your tips below. Let's help each other keep our social lives vibrant and full of joy. Let's quickly recap the 5 tiny habits that can help you level up your life in 2025 morning movement. Starting your day with just 10 minutes of stretching or light yoga to improve flexibility and boost your mood. Mindful eating, slowing down at mealtime, savoring each bite, and listening to your body's signals for hunger and fullness. Gratitude. Practice. Taking a moment each night to write down 3 things you're grateful for to shift your mindset and boost happiness. Digital detox. Unplugging from screens an hour before bed to improve your sleep quality and unwind peacefully. Social connection. Prioritizing time with others, whether it's a weekly coffee meetup or catching up with old friends, to enhance mental health and well-being. These tiny habits, when practiced consistently, can truly transform your daily life in 2025. They're small steps that lead to big improvements in your overall health, happiness, and longevity. These tiny habits aren't just for Linda, they're for anyone who wants to level up their life in 2025. Start small, be consistent, and watch how these habits can transform your year. It's never too late to make positive changes. You have the power to make 2025 your best year yet. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Let's help each other create the best version of ourselves this year.